down in Ridgefield. The Gulls are going to be taking on the Minnesota Steel 2013s. Roughly 2:38 in the afternoon on Friday, August 21st. Gulls are ready to play some hockey. Refs are closing up the doors. Steel's ready. Attendees in the nets. Off to the races. Starting off, we're going to have Ackerson, Gordon, and Kilmer on as the forwards. Butcher and Carr back on defense. Steel trying to break through the entry. Do get through, pick the puck back up, and approach the net, take a shot, and goes out of play. With Nat trying to push it away. Steele's going to pick it back up. Pushing back to the blue line. Back to the other side. Takes a shot. Good step in front of it by looked like Kilmer. Might have been Gordon as well. Steele picks it up back in the corner. Kilmer trying to get it away. Uses the boards, flips it out. Good clear, but the Steeler are going to pick it right back up right along the blue line. They're approaching, just fans on the shot. Carr's going to pick it up and just tries a backhand and misinterprets the puck, and it goes behind and in for goal number 1. Changing lines. 44 Burns sitting out in center. Butcher on as a wing, along with Ebertowski. Maroney, and wearing Evanson 58 is actually going to be Bash Dauber. Evanson unable to get here. Centering pass over to Butcher. Butcher tries to put one up on net. Good stick over by Steele. Prevents that from getting to the net. Steele strip it away. They're going to be able to clear the zone. Skating through the neutral. Burns catching up. Good pressure from Dauber. Knocks that puck loose into the corner. Steele able to pick it up still. Good pressure by Ebertowski. And Maroney's going to find himself with the puck behind the net. Skating out, pushes it up to Butcher. Butcher pushes it over to Blake. Burns, number 44, skating in. Steele forcing Burns off to the side. Trying to get it back center. Steele not giving some good centering option, but Steele puts a good stick on it and are able to skate out of the zone, through the neutral zone. Dauber preventing that entry. And Steele going to have to take back up, realign. They hit their man right at the blue line. Dauber back in the way, preventing anything from getting through. Gulls come back in from the blue line. They're tossing back and forth. That's going to be an icing on the Steel at 12:43. Steel up 1, Gulls at 0 at 12:43 into the first. Gordon, Kess, and Anderson out on your forwards. Geike and Carr back on defense. Gulls pushing it behind the net. Trying to get to it. Steele just leave it behind. Kess puts a stick on it. Rings around. But Steele able to find it. They toss it. Gordon intercepts the pass. Takes a shot. Gets deflected by Steele. Goes back to the blue line. Carr tries to push one up. Kess gets it in the corner, tries to center it, hits off some skates off the Steel, and Steels are going to find it. They're skating out with it. Geike in front of them. Good pressure keeping from Gordon. Knocks his guy off the puck, but they still find it. They're going to wind up, take a shot, goes wide. Steel find it on the half walls, get a good clear by the Gulls. Steel forced to take up. They hit their man at the blue line. They try dumping it in, but Carr's there to pick it up. Carr's got 2 Steels coming in on it. Uses the boards behind the Tendy and pushes it around the boards, but the Steel battling it right at the blue line. Anderson just loses handle on the puck, takes a shot, goes wide. Ringing around, Burns is trying to get to it. Steele gets a good stick on it, tries to dump it in, but good stick by Carr, but he's going to push a little too much sauce, and that's going to be a icing on the Gulls at 11:24. Puck ringing around behind the Tendy. Ackerson able to pick it up. He flips up to Kilmer, just bounces off his stick. The Steels pick it up right around the red line. Good pressure keeping from the Gulls, but Steels maintaining control. They try dumping in. Maroney puts a spin on it, puts it behind the boards over to Dauber. Just gets off the Dauber stick. Steele's going to pick it up. They've got possession in the corner, trying to center it. Gets past the Steele, gets over to Kilmer. Kilmer gets it up to Burns, just bounces off Burns' stick, and Steele grabs it. But Ackerson trying to steal it away from the pass from the Steele, unable to do so. Steele walking in with it. They're going to take a shot. Centering option just goes wide, no goal. Ackerson picks it up, skating out with it, tries to use the boards, gets back to the blue line. Steele pushes it up. Dauber tries to get a good stick on it for a clear, unable to get it all the way there, but the Gulls find their way. Ackerson finds him, pushed it up to Burns, might have gone just a little beyond Burns' stick. That's going to be another Gulls icing at 10:22. Steele winning that one, but is pushed out beyond the blue line. They're going to have to take up. Good pressure being kept by Gordon. Ebertowski comes out of nowhere, picks up the puck, runs into some traffic though. Puck loose down in the corner. Gulls find their way, trying to center it back up just off the stick of Butcher. Geike's going to pick it up along the red line. Pushes up to Butcher. Butcher's going to try pushing up to Gordon. Gordon's got it. Just gets off the stick of his. Geike holding the blue line, but Steele able to find their way through it. Steele coming through hard. Carr's going to be back on. Pass over centering. They push one up and just goes wide of the net. Couldn't tell if Moraz puts a pad on that or not. Good pressure along the boards. Centering option goes past the Steele. Pressure being kept by Carr. Carr gets a good clear. Not enough sauce on this one. There's going to be a race off to the puck. Gordon wants to get to it. Gordon keeps his man off of it and allows Ebertowski to try to get to it, but a little mishandle, and Steele are going to have a breakaway. Centering pass, good, clear, good hustle by Dauber. Breaks up the shot possibility. Without the hustle, that might have been a great shot on goal for opportunity, but great defense going on by Dauber, preventing that going on. Covered puck at 9:16. After the drop, Anderson finds himself with possession of the puck, getting pushed into the wall. Robbins racing here. Burns finds it along the blue line, trying to skate through, but three Steele right on top of him. They get a good clear. Maroney picks it up past the blue line. It's going to have some pressure by Steele. He turns around, dumps it up. Steele's going to have possession. They're going to try pushing it up. They miss their man, but they're still going to be able to pick it up. Maroney keeping some pressure. Steele's riding him out. Takes a shot, and saved by Moraz. Changing lines for the Gulls. Ackerson, Gordon, Carr with Kilmer and Geike. Unsure of the defense and offense as we're changing some things up. Face-off, Steele wins it. They're approaching the net, backhanding over to pass out in front. Nobody there to be able to pick that up from the Steele, but they push it back to the blue line, take a shot. Loose puck out front. Good deflection by the Gulls, but Steele able to pick it up. And just a mishandled puck along the blue line. The Steel are forced to tag up. They do so. That looked offsides, but they're still going to let him play. Gordon finds a loose puck, almost takes over the ref. And Ackerson finds it. Geike passes it back to Geike. Geike pushes it up to Ackerson. Ackerson dumps it up. Just the right amount of touch on it. Steele able to find it, though. Good pressure being kept by Ackerson. Flips it back in. Kilmer keeping some pressure. Steele trying to set something up, it looks like. They got it right around the red line. Burns picks it up. Looking for his options as Gulls are swapping out some lines. Another mishandled puck, and Mraz is forced to cover it for a stoppage of play as the Gulls are swapping out some legs. Steele win that one, push it back to the blue line, up to the other side of the blue line, taking a shot. Mraz puts a pad down on it, pushes behind the net. Steele's still able to pick it up. Around in the corner. Gulls trying to keep some pressure, but they're going to find their way. They are going to find a centering option, nobody covering them, and they're going to toss one in the back of the net at 7:19 for goal number 2 for the Steel. Ackerson and Kess out at your forwards. Dauber and Maroney back on your defense. Steele find it on the red line, approaching, getting past some Gulls. Little collision behind the net. Anderson took out. Good centering option for Steele. Just gets off the stick of the Steel, not able to put one in. Steele rounding the boards behind the goaltender in the corner, pushes it back to the blue line. They approach on the top circle, take a shot, looking for a tip. Just hits the pipe. Looks like on the side of the net, though. Ackerson trying to find his way out of the zone, unable to do so. Battling along the corner, loose puck behind the net. Maroney finds it, pushes up to Anderson, just a little off kilter. Steele tried to push it up. Good touch on Ackerson, good touch on Steele, so no icing going to be happening on that one. Gulls going to swap out their legs. Ackerson and Kess sticking out there, trying to keep some pressure. They toss it up. Geike's going to come back. He's going to try to pick it up right along the blue line. He's got some pressure coming in. Tosses it up. Hits Kilmer. Kilmer pushes it up. We've got Kess and we've got Gordon out there. Steele find it behind the net. They pass it up. They're skating out of the zone through the neutral zone. Good pressure. Geike steps in front of him, knocks him off the puck. Turner over to Gordon. Gordon finding some wheels here. Skating through, good stick on the Steel, rips it away from Gordon. Steel coming up, some good pressure coming, but good toe kick over from the Steel right at the red line. Carr's going to pick it up. Good pressure by Steel. Mraz had to put down stick and push it away, but Steel able to hold it. They're going to take a shot. Glove save by Mraz at 5:31. Few bodies along the boards, few of them go down. Puck is found behind the net, trying to center it. Just hits the side of the net. Steele still trying to find something, that body to ricochet off of, no goal. Burns finds his way out of the zone with this puck. Got one in front of him, tries to maneuver. Oh, just gets taken out. Slow roller coming through, not covered yet, still loose. Goalie dives out to cover it to stop that play at 4:59. Ball's down 0-2 at the moment. 4:59 left in first. Again, number 58, Evanson, is actually being worn by Dauber Bash. Steele push it down. Good battle from Anderson, battling it out. Steele still find their way, trying to push it around the net. Maroney's going to try to get to it, trying to flick it up, but not able to get it anywhere. Shot comes in from the top side of the circle, goes wide. Gulls find it, try to kick it out, but unable to do so. Steele's going to find it. There's some white paint. They're going to have to take out. That's going to be an offsides on the Steele at 4:29. You see it drop just outside the Gull zone. Steele find it. Kilmer pushes it out. Burns is going to have it. He's got it. He's walking in, takes a shot. Cleanup from Butcher, but just gets beyond him. Steele's going to pick it up. They're racing back out of the zone. Geike tries to swing and get the puck away, but Steele uses the boards. They're going to take a shot. No. Goes wide. Steele still trying to stick with it. Pressure needed to be given by the Gulls. Centering option just gets by the Steele stick. Steele just keeping up with it, though. They got a possession in the corner, looking for a centering option. Gall's trying to clear it. Carr's going to find it, and he's going to skate out with it. He's got Burns right in front of him. Pushes it through a few legs, still loose puck. Nobody crashing, and Steele going to find it. They're trying to clear it out. Carr's going to find it, takes another shot. Saved by the tendy of the Steele. And Steele taking their time as they're going to clear the zone now. Passing it up, good diving for Burns, blocks that pass. Maroney's going to find it in the corner. He's going to have some pressure soon. Just loses it again. The Gulls got to control that puck a little bit more out in front of their own tendy, but luckily that one went wide. Sitting out in the corner, battle along the boards. Butcher and Geike trying to push it up to Burns. Steele trying to push it back. Pass intercepted there. Burns is going to skate in. He's got one coming on hot, though. Another one. Oh, just goes wide. That's going to be one for the playback at 2:55. Steele's going to find it, though. They're skating out of the zone, back into the Gull zone. Maroney stepping in front. Burns keeping some pressure out in the backside. Steele pushed it over, taking another shot, looking for a tip. Goes wide. Dauber trying to get to it. Steele going to push it up into the corner. They're still maintaining possession. Pushing it up, looking for center. Good pressure from Maroney. Mraz decides to cover, wants to stop a play at 2:30 as the Gulls looking to swap out some legs. Trying to clear it, but a good stick from the Steele. They're going to steal it right around the center circle and takes a shot. Mraz gloves it. See another drop. Another clear back to the corner. Dauber trying to push it up to Ackerson, unable to get there. Steele's going to have a centering option. Looking for some sticks to come down. Mraz gets a sliding save. Steele still finding it behind the net. Takes another shot. Mraz saves again. Burns coming from the drop. The Steele win that one. They're going to push it back to the blue line, push to the other side, winding up, nobody giving pressure. Looks like some traffic out there caused some confusion for Mraz. They are able to find their third one in the back of the net at 1:58. After the drop, puck's left around the red line for a little bit, but the Steele find themselves. They dump it in. Carr's going to be the first one to grab to it in the corner. 3 Steele right on top of them. Carr trying to push it out, but gets robbed of any type of pass. Steele trying to get a centering option, hits off of the back of the skate. Nothing able to make of that play, but they're still going to stick with it. They're looking for a centering. Kess puts a stick down, pushes it away. Steele still controlling behind the net. They're going to try moving around out front and center. Take a soft shot, slow roller. Mraz puts a pad down, clears it. Gulls trying to battle through it. Carr pushes it through some legs. Steele still find it. They're going to push it back up in the corner. Steele robbed Carr. A little confusion along the legs, and Carr gets a good clear. Burns is going to find himself with it. He's got a couple Steele with him. Kess is going to come up with them. 2-on-5 hockey, it looks like, as the Gulls swap out their lines. Maroney takes a hard shot way off kilter, but dumps it in deep. Kess is going to find it along the wall, but the Steele are going to try to use the boards. They're rounding out. Gets past Maroney. One-on-one, Dauber's going to have to step up, takes a shot, and gets past Mraz and Dauber for goal number 4 at 36 seconds remaining of the first period. Steele win that one, push it back to the D, to the other side of the D, but just fans on their pass, but still maintaining control. They're going to have to dump it a little bit. Anderson trying to keep some pressure. Gordon almost intercepts it right along the blue line, but the Steele are able to find their way into the zone. Good pressure being kept by Dauber, but looking for a centering option. A little confusion of where the puck is. There it is, gets it clear. Not enough oomph on that puck, and Anderson's going to try to get to it with the Steele. As Steele rounding the back of their net. Good pressure by Anderson. And Gordon takes a last buzzer shot, saved by the Tendy. And that's going to be the end of the first period. Gulls at 0, Steele at 4. Just a minute of intermission here at the Play Hockey Tournament down in Richfield. There will be no standing between periods. And just a quick 1-minute intermission for those players to reconvene with their coaches, figure out what's working, what's not working, adjust, and attack the next period. All right, back at it. Gulls down 0-4 against the Steele. Face-off, Steele's going to win that draw. Pushing it back to the blue line, to the other side of the blue line. Burns trying to keep some pressure, but they're going to hit their man right at the blue line. Good pressure from the Gulls. Knocks off any shot from getting there, but Steele are going to be able to pick it up behind the net. Didn't see it, but Ackerson went down hard, it looked like maybe. I'm not sure if he missed a line of skate or got taken out. Steele rounding behind the goaltender, pushes it back to the blue line, winds up, takes a shot. Burns stepping up. Yeah, that's just a few steps out of line with that puck. Will cost an offsides for the Gulls. And they will take a drop on the other side. Still win that draw. They try to push it up. Good pressure being kept on by the Steele. robs Dauber of it. Nice shot on goal from the steal, and great glove save by Mraz at 14-14 in the second. Steele pushing it from side to side. They're looking for a center option. Good stick by Maroney. Knocks that puck off. Gets up to Gordon. Gordon's going to have to try pushing it through. He's got one right behind him, one in front of him. Just mishandles the puck, and Steele able to find their way just off the stick of Maroney. Maroney pushes the Dauber. Dauber just mishandles it. They're going to take a wind up of a shot and find their 5th goal at 13:49. Have a checking call on the steal, number 78. That's going to put us in our first penalty of the afternoon. Puts us at a power play advantage for the Gulls. 5-on-4 hockey. 2-minute minors in the tournament. Pressure trying to be kept by the Gulls, but the Steel find themselves skating out of their zone shorthanded with more gumph, trying to get to the puck before the Gulls. Gulls find it from Burns. Burns up to Carr. Carr trying to maneuver through one. He's going to take a shot. Glove save by the Tendy for the Steel. Gulls trying to push it back to Ackerson. Good stick on from Steele, able to clear the zone. Gordon finding himself with the puck, trying to maneuver around, but just gets a stick off of it and turns over to the Steel. Steel are going to dump it up. Again, they can ice with a man short. Maroney trying to push it up. Steele step in front of it. They're going to start walking up. Short-handed. Good clear by Kilmer, but Steele still trying to put one on net. Just a slow roller past Mraz's pad. We're going to see another penalty on the Gulls. Delayed penalty being called. Checking. On Kilmer, looks like he's intending to go to the box. 4-on-4 hockey for the next 43 seconds as the Steel has one in the box as well. Gulls pushing around the corner. Anderson picks it up, trying to get past the Steel, able to do so. Pushes it up to Burns. Burns finds it, but he's got a couple Steel right on top of him. Pushes it over to Carr. Carr's going to find himself walking in. 3 Steel. Oh, he hits the side of the post for rounding in. Carr puts the first one in for the Gulls of the weekend at 11:58. That's going to be Gulls 1, Steel 5. Four-on-4 hockey, nobody gets clear to the box though. Steel looking to try to get out 15 seconds early, unable to do so. So we will remain with 4-on-4. Coach is trying to argue that players should come out with the goal, but when you're even strength, nobody's getting out of the sin bin. 4-on-4 hockey, Steele trying to pick it up, rounding the boards. Good pressure being kept by Anderson. Burns is going to find himself the puck. Trying to maneuver out. Pushes it back to Geike. Geike's going to push it back to Carr. Carr just loses visuals on the puck, and Steele are going to have it. They're going to clear. Steele unsure about coming out yet. Unsure why. No penalty box attendance and shot on goal. And now they're going to come out. A little confusion in the box and the coaches, but he's eventually out. That's going to put us on a penalty kill for 48 seconds. Penalty kill is brought to you by Emily Santa Gravel. Heavy defense going to be expected from the Gulls, as again they are shorthanded for the next 48 seconds. Steele win that draw. They're going to push it back. Good pressure being kept by the Gulls. They're pushing it back to the blue line, push it over, looking for a one-timer out in front, not able to hit it. Good pressure from the Gulls, but the Steele are able to find it. Skating behind the net. Good pressure being kept by Kess, but they find themselves out in center. Shot on goal, saved by Mraz, pushed over to the corner. Steele trying to find it. Centering option, but Gordon finds himself with it. Good pressure by the Steele, knocks him off of it. 14 seconds left of the kill. Kess trying to put a stick on it. Steele trying to figure out what's going on. Steele pushed it up to the circle. Good. Maroney trying to step out in front. Takes a shot from the Steele, goes outside. Oh, great opportunity as Kilmer just stepped out of the box but focused on getting there. The line swapped out. Offsides being tagged up by the Steele, taking their time. Skulls is going to find it. Steele going to find it. They're going to dump it in deep. Maroney first one to be able to get there, but Steele going to try to beat him to it. Passes it up to Ebertowski using the boards. Burns finds himself with the stick, puck, and just a back and forth between Steele. Steele gets a good shin pad in front of a pass up by the Gulls, unable to get it anywhere. Steele's going to enter in the zone. Steele looking for a pass out front, unable to make contact. It's out in the corner. Dauber's going to be fighting with it. Finds it. Pushes it up, trying to get it to Burns, but slow roller. Steele's going to be able to find it. They're pushing center. Burns finds it and intercepts that pass. Gulls get a clear. Just pushes it out. Steele's going to find it. Good pressure by Burns. Burns ringing around his player. He's got two in front, takes a shot. Saved by the Tendy. We are back at full strength for both teams. Burns steps out in front, uses his stick, knocks the Steele off of it from being able to get a good clear. Carr steps up, flips it back in the corner. Butcher gets some pressure, keeps that puck from leaving yet. But the Steele find themselves. They're going to push it up the half wall. Geike finds it right along the blue line, pushes it up, hits Butcher, but the Steele are going to find it and take possession. They're trying to clear, but hits Ackerson. Ackerson trying to put a slow roller, covered puck, and that's going to be the end of that type of play for 8:33 in the second period. Gulls taking a shot, just goes wide. Anderson able to pick it up in the corner first. He pushes it back to Carr at the blue line. Carr tries to maneuver around Steele as they came and approached him. He's still trying to keep up to it. Nobody there. Oh, good cleanup action by Anderson trying to throw one up. He's battling behind the net. Carr's going to still find it. Carr's getting met with the Steele into the boards. Centering option. Nobody there as Carr is getting tied up, and Anderson. Good pressure being kept by Kess. Knocks off the Steele, but Steele's still able to put one up. Goes behind the net. And Geike is going to be trying to first get to it. Steele able to put a stick on it, though. They're going to try centering it. Unable to do anything. Good, hard clear by Carr, and that's going to be an icing on the Gulls, allowing the Gulls to change out some legs at 7:49 left in the second period. Still win that drop, push it back to the blue line, to the other side of the blue line. Good stick by Ackerson, knocks off that puck from getting to the goaltender. Gulls trying to find it. They do find it behind the net. Ackerson's going to be skating out. Good pressure by the Steel, able to knock him off that puck. Gulls still trying to get it cleared. Does not look like they're beyond the blue line yet. There's a good battle going along, right along the blue. Puck is loose. Steel trying to find to it. Steel do find their way out of there. Round in the back of the net, they're looking for a centering option. Nobody in front of that player, and they're able to hit their player, get number 6 in just behind Mraz through the back door. Steel breaking the zone, trying to center it. Carr intercepts it. A little confusion with the puck. Carr's, it wasn't Carr. Steel have it in the corner though. They're trying to approach the net. Mraz wants to cover it for stoppage of play. Current score, Gulls 1, Minnesota Steel 6. 6:58 remaining in the second period. Gulls find themselves with the puck after that face-off out of the zone with Ebertowski. Ebertowski pushes it up to Gordon. Gordon just trying to get it around, but Steel able to find it. Ebertowski coming up, but Maroney's got in front of it. Takes a shot hard, hits the glass behind the net. Steel trying to find it their way. Maneuvering around some Gulls, takes a shot, pad save by Mraz. Steel maintaining the puck control, trying to get it clear. Unable to get it out yet, but loose puck out front. Gordon tries to put a stick on it, but Steel find it. Ebertowski trying to help with the clear, but Steel find themselves in possession. Good pressure by Geike, putting his body out in front, but shot comes up, looking for a tip, goes misdirected into the corner. Maroney finds it, trying to hit to Gordon. Steel dumping it in. Maroney's going to be first to get to it. Maroney using the walls to try to go around the boards. Anderson steps on just in the nick of time. He comes out. Gordon's keeping some pressure, knocking the Steel off the puck. Defense trying to catch up, get to the line, and Steel are going to find their way. That's going to have a 2-on-2. Soft touch goes right past Maroney. Steel's going to find it in the corner, trying to push it back, and mishandled puck. Gordon's going to find it, skating out of the zone. He's got 1-2, gets past him, takes a shot right into the pocket protector of the Seals, Tendy. Burns up the drop. Steel win that one. They're going to push it up along the half wall. Hit their player. Going to push it up further. Looking for a clear from the Gulls as Dauber put a stick on it, but got a turnover to the Steel right on neutral ice. Gulls find it. Just gets in front of Burns. Burns pushing his heels all the way up. Takes a shot. Just gets off the tendy. Goes wide. Carr tried to come in. Good stick on by, didn't see who it was, but by the Gulls. And the Steel find themselves, they're going to dump it in. One more. 4:33 left. Kess pushes it up to Ackerson, but intercepted by the Steel. Good stick on from the Gulls, knocks the play off from the Steel, but they're still going to find it right around the neutral and skate in with it. Gulls stepped in front of it, just deflected it wide of the net. Maroney's got it, going to use the boards, push it up to Burns. Burns going to have an opportunity here. He's got one hot on the heels, takes a shot. Great attempt between Maroney and Burns, but a great tendy from the Steel, able to protect that one from going in. Gulls winning that one. They're going to push it back to Geike. Geike's going to try pushing it up. Gordon's going to find it. Gordon's going to take a shot. Loose puck out front still. Good clear by the Steel. Holding my breath, trying to hope that one went in, but no. Steel gets a good clear. They're coming up. Good pressure from Geike, pushing his man off, but they're going to take a shot. Goes wide, goes in the corner. Kilmer trying to use the walls to get out. Steel finds themselves with the puck skating in. Pushing it back to the D. Top circle, takes a shot. A little slow-mo reaction from Mraz as it just hits the top crossbar. Goes out though. Steel's still taking possession, taking their time, trying to push one in. Just gets right through the crease. And Carr finds himself with the puck as he strips the Steel. Just gets off his stick. Good pressure though, keeping from Carr. Trying to knock his man back off the puck, but Steel are going to flip around, turn it, and Steel pass it up. Saved by Mraz as the Steel try to put one up in center. Stoppage of play at 2:39 remaining in the second period. Steel looking for a centering option, looking for the back door, unable to make that happen. Gulls trying to get it cleared, but the Steel keep it in play. Good stick by Gulls, clears it with not enough gump. That's not going to be an icing. Anderson and Ebertowski off to the races and try to keep some pressure off the Steel. Anderson knocks his man off the puck, nobody there to help out with it. And Steel able to maintain control, get it past Dauber. Maroney back on defense. Good skate by Maroney. Prevents anything from going through. Trying to get a clear back to Anderson, it looks like, but Steel trying to maintain control. We're going to have a delayed penalty called on, while it looks like Evanson, it will be under Dauber for a hooking. That's going to put us on our second penalty kill, sponsored by Emily Santa Gravel. Evanson sitting in the sin bin. No, number 58, wearing by normally Easton Evanson, now by Bash Dauber for the tournament. Steel find themselves with the puck. They're going to take a shot from the blue line. Just goes wide of the net, but looking for some rebound cleanup. Unable to do so. Steel going to still find it. They're going to take a shot. Glove saved by Mraz. At a minute 47 remaining in the penalty kill. We'll see that penalty kill through the end of the second period with 10 seconds remaining in the penalty kill as we enter in the third period. Heavy defense expected by the Gulls. Steel pushing it back to the blue line. They're going to decide to walk up mid-circle, trying to maneuver around. Good clear by Geike, but back to Steel. Again, we can ice with a man short for these tournaments. Steel trying to dangle around. Geike's got it. Geike trying to clear. Not only does it try to clear hard, but he gets up to Carr. Carr's going to have Ackerson out front. Again, Gulls short-handed. They are expected on heavy defense, but a good turnover from Steele is going to force them back quickly as they're going to have Steele entering in the zone. Good pressure kept from the Gulls, preventing any shot from getting off until they get there, but there's still a shot nonetheless. Saved by Mraz. Still taking possession by the Steele. Good flip up by the Gulls, but the Steele's going to find themselves back in possession. They're going to skate behind. No, throws it through the crease. Looking for a centering option. Nobody there to push that in. 35 seconds remaining in the second period. Another shot saved by Mraz. Carr's going to try to get to it, unable to do so. Steele tries to throw one up front. Still loose puck. They're going to try to get one in. Nope, it goes wide. Gordon trying to push his man off the puck. It's a clear with 19 seconds. Ackerson trying to get to it, but there's 15 seconds. There's a heavy defense expected as Steele might be winding up for one last play at this. Gulls trying to clear out their legs. 8 seconds remaining. 6, 5. They take a shot. Saved by Mraz. Takes another shot. Another save by Mraz. And that's going to be the end of the second period. Gulls down 1-6 as we're going to enter in with 9 seconds remaining of that penalty kill for the third period. All right, 15 more minutes on the board for the third period. Gulls down 1-6. Hoping to close that deficit. Burns starts off. Again, we are shorthanded with an Emily Sand and Gravel for the next roughly 5, 4. Steele coming in, trying to get past. Takes a shot, hits the bar post. And Kess is going to find himself with it, trying to skate out, but steal it. Right around the blue line. They push it back. They hit their man. Still sticking with it. Take a shot. Hits off the skate of Maroney. Gulls trying to clear. They are able to get a clear, but still able to pick it up right in the neutral zone. We're on the red line. They're going to push it back into their zone, setting something up. Pushing it back up to the neutral. Pushing it back to their other players. Skating through. Building momentum. Good pressure being kept by Ackerson. Dauber gets a clear. Kess trying to push it up to Burns. Steele coming in, takes a shot. Saved by Mraz. Good stick came in last minute for Carr, knocks the puck back in the corner. Steele push it back to the blue line. They're going to try taking a walk up. Gordon puts a stick in front of it, prevents that shot or pass getting off. Missing line pass. Butcher's going to try picking it up, but Steele find it and take it right back from him. Saved by Mraz. That one might have to be watched back a little bit. Steele just misaligned their shot as Mraz was able to cover it. 13:24 remaining in the third period. still trying to maneuver around, and they are able to find one up and behind Mraz for goal number 7. That will put us in a 6-point deficit, which at this point does run the clock until we can close that deficit back again. Still find themselves in possession. They skate out of the zone through the neutral zone. You got Maroney in front of him, but he skates past like he's standing still. Out maneuvering, and Mraz will cover. Stuck underneath the ref's legs, able to be found. Steele passing it up, pushing out in front. Good deflection by the Gulls, knocks that one off. Kilmer finds it, flips it up. Ackerson's trying to race off to it. Icing waved off. Ackerson finds himself with it, half wall. Got Kess out front. Kilmer back in the corner, pushes it back to Geike. Geike's going to push it, trying to push it over to Carr. Good skate from the Steele. Pushes it off. And the Steele able to find themselves out of the zone, through the neutral zone. Geike and Ackerson back on defense. Kilmer trying to tie up his man as well. Ackerson tosses it up. Steele able to pick it up right along the blue line. I think they're able to find that one in the back of the net. Looked like it might have been covered, but it might have been a reflection off of the back of the pad of the goal. So that will put the Steele at goal number 8. Good step in front of it by Gordon. Gordon tries to knock it out. Steele able to pick it up neutral zone. Butcher keeping some pressure, but Steele able to find their man, push it up to the blue line. Good pressure kept by Dauber, but Steele still able to find a shot, and glove save by Mraz. Gordon takes a drop. Steele wins that one, though. They're going to push it up along the corner. Still taking possession. Good stick from the Gulls, knocks him off, but still pushing it back to the blue line. Takes a shot, saved by Mraz, pushes it away. Looks like a blown tire from the Steele, gets into the boards. Maroney's going to find it. Maroney trying to push it up. Maroney pushes it up to Gordon. Good stick by Steele, prevent Gordon from getting into the zone. Butcher trying to grab it around the neutral zone. A lot of sticks out front. Another try to flip up by Dauber. Dauber pushes it up to Butcher. Butcher's going to push it over to Anderson. Anderson picks it up. He's got 4. Steele, but Burns comes up out of the bench. Good stick handling by the Steele, pushes Burns off of it. Steele swapping some legs right at the last minute. Good pressure by Anderson coming in from behind, knocks him off the puck. Loose puck out front. Got it clear by the Gulls. Gets it back to the blue line. Blue line's going to take a shot on it. Deflection. Hits off a Geike. Another shot on goal, saved by Mraz. 8:25 with running time remaining in the third period. The score is 1-8. Still trying to push one up front. Good skate on from Geike. Prevents that one from getting in. Kilmer pushes it up to Burns. Burns pushes up to Ackerson. Ackerson looking to put one in. He will put one in at 7:55. That is going to be number 2. Still running time with a 6-point deficit. Gault's trying to close up the gap one more. Get a little extra play time out of this. And continue with the comeback. Steele breaking through the zone. Good stick lift by Carr. Carr's going to try to get to it. Good stick lift by Steele. Steele rounding. Ackerson keeping some pressure. Knocks his man off, but they quickly pick it back up. They try putting it up. Stoppage of play around 6 something. Looks like there's going to be one going to the box for each. For roughing. I'm sure if that will be a 5 or a 2. They are going to continue 4-on-5, 5-on-5. We're going to continue on 5-on-5 hockey. Running time. Time is of the essence. Trying to ring the boards. Steele pushes up. Still trying to push one out in front. And able to do so. They push it all the way out back. Take a shot. Saved by Mraz. Goes out to the corner. Steele maintaining control. Maroney's going to find it. Not shorthanded. Cannot clear the puck with the ice. Dauber trying to push it away. And Mraz comes out to cover. Little tussle around in the corner. Hess might have taken a bad fall. He's skating off to the bench. Dauber and Gordon trying to battle out. Steele finding their way. Trying to push it out front. Looking for an open. Unable to get there. Steele push it off to the corner. Dauber's going to find it. Tries to push it away. Good pressure being kept by the Steele. They're going to rob him back. Gordon's going to find it behind the net. He's got 2 with him. Gordon blown by 1, blown by 2. He's going to take a shot. Oh, good stick save. Goes up into the net. Out of play at 4:39 of the third period. Burns taking a drop, 4:15 remaining of the third period. Ball's down 2-8. Steele going to take it behind their net. Good pressure by Anderson makes him take a pivot, go the other direction. Steele still maintaining possession. Pass it up along the boards. Burns gets there, prevents that from exiting the zone. Burns lining up, taking a shot. Hits some deflections. Kilmer steps up, tries to push it up. Burns still going to maintain. He's walking up with it, trying to maneuver. Anderson was open. And good pressure from Anderson pushing the boards, but Steele going to find it. Good pressure from Anderson, knocks his play off. Puck stays out. Anderson finds it. Skating through, he's got one, just misaligns. Geike finds it, tries to push it back up. Pushing back to the blue line, just missing the puck. Good pressure being kept by the Gulls. Oh! Rubbins racing as Ebertowski was taken down, pushed into the boards. Burns tries to flip one up. Butcher's going to try to get to it. Steele find it. And Steele robs Burns from being able to exit too far out of the zone. Tries to take a shot, hits the post. Steele push it back as the legs got swapped out from the Steele. They're going to take another shot. Saved by Mraz at 2:30. Hard shot comes in from Steele, goes behind the net. Ackerson trying to get to it. Steele taking their time, take a shot. They're soft on it. Steele pushing it back. Just missed a line pass, and Gordon's going to find himself with the puck. Coming in, takes a shot, saved by the goaltender, cleared away by Steele. Steele find themselves out of the zone, through the neutral zone, skating up. Pushes it up. Shot coming in, looking for a tip. Unable to get there. Steele takes another shot, saved by Mraz again. At 1 minute of playtime left as running clock comes down. Gulls 2, Steele 8. Steele looking to try to push one more in. Goes Basters back in the corner. And one will get in through Mraz around 29 seconds of the third period. That will push it to 2-9. Steele will find one right at the buzzer for goal number 10 to end the game. 2-10 for Gulls against the Steele. The Gulls will be back on the ice tomorrow morning at 9:30 a.m. against the Lab Rats. Wake up on that beautiful Saturday morning, the 22nd, grab your favorite cup of coffee, and tune in live at 9:30 here on YouTube, Maroon Sports. As always, thank you for tuning in. And we'll see you next time.